Would you like to know how to get a yes? Would that be valuable to you, whether it's in business, relationships, or just getting your kids to clean their rooms, right? We all love getting a yes. Do you agree? Then you don't want to miss this episode because we're diving deep into the psychological tips to help you hear the word yes a lot more often without feeling pushy or manipulative. And so, welcome to Momentum Maker Podcast. I'm awesome Angie Ingstrom, honoring the awesomeness in you.
And I'm Gitte Odgaard. And yes, in this episode, we're diving into the psychology of persuasion and how small little tweaks can make a huge difference. But let me start by telling you a short story. Are you perchance a parent, or have you ever babysat a child, perhaps just for an hour or whatever? Well, I'm a mom, and the other day I was driving with my daughter. So we were in the car, we were driving past McDonald's, and she started nagging, begging me to stop and buy French fries. And I kept telling her, no. And then she said the magic word. Do you want to know what the magic word is? Okay, here goes. She said, can we please stop for French fries at McDonald's? Because they are my favorite treat in the whole world. The magic word here being because. So, there I was convinced I was standing my ground, no French fries today. But the moment my daughter said, because it's my favorite treat, I caved. Have you ever tried something like that, caving like that? And the thing is, it wasn't that her reason was groundbreaking exactly. It was the fact that she gave me some kind of reason. And that tiny shift changed my automatic no into an easy yes. And guess what? This isn't just about kids and French fries. It's a psychological principle that has been proven to work in business too, helping you get a lot more yeses.
And you know what? That one word, because, has been scientifically proven to increase the chances of getting a yes. It's one of the easiest ways to build instant agreement because when you give a reason, even if it's not super logical, people are more likely to say yes. Just like Gide's daughter got a yes by putting the word because in her sentence.
Exactly. That one word, because, has the power to transform how people respond to you. Amazing, right? But using the word because is just the beginning. So today we'll be sharing three simple psychological hacks for getting more yeses in your business, whether it's enrolling more clients, filling up your masterclass, or even negotiating with your team. These three tips will work wonders. And you can actually also apply it in your personal life. Remember how it worked wonders for my daughter.
Yeah, so let's break these three super effective and easy to use strategies down for you, starting with diving a little bit deeper into the power of giving a reason.
Now, if you're wondering why using the word because is so magical, it's because it triggers a psychological shortcut in our brains. This means that when we hear the word because, we automatically assume a justification is coming, making us a lot more likely to agree, even if the reason isn't particularly compelling. Did you know that a famous study by psychologist Ellen Langer showed that people were more likely to let someone cut in line at the copy machine simply because they used the word because, even when the reason was as basic as something like, because I need to make copies?
So, how can you apply this strategy of using the word because in your business? A great way to do it could be when you're asking for something. It could be when you're asking for someone to sign up for your masterclass or asking someone to invest in your program. You simply attach a reason using the word because. So, for example, you could say, sign up for this event or program because it will help you save time and scale faster, or whatever the reason is. By using that word because, you're basically tapping into the natural human tendency to look for reasons. Even something as simple as saying, because it's important to me, it can make a difference. Pretty mind blowing, right? Just getting more yeses.
So our first psychological hack to get more yeses is giving a reason and using the word because works absolutely wonders. Our second hack is asking for a small commitment first. The point of this technique is that when someone agrees to something small, it could be like attending your free masterclass, they are psychologically more inclined to say yes to larger requests you may make later on. The reason is that they start to see themselves as someone who supports or aligns with your offer, and they start getting used to saying yes when you do an ask. Because now they are not just a follower, they have actually invested something. It could be spending their time or their money in your business, and this helps you get a lot more yeses. A great way to implement this technique is to break down your ask into manageable steps.
Exactly. Break down your ask into small steps. So instead of flat out asking people, to buy your offer, our advice would be to break it down into several small steps. Let me give you an example. So, like Geety and I, we help our clients sell their offers one to many using live virtual transformational masterclasses. So, here's what we teach our high ticket clients. First, we have them do an interview about the masterclass. So this is a free event. So the ask is pretty small. You only have to spend a little time listening to it. And in the interview, you mention that if they want to learn more, you're doing a masterclass. So you're saying something like, join my masterclass for deeper insights. And so it's a paid ask. We're going to ask, let's say in this case, $7 to attend the masterclass. And yeah, $7 is a low price. The price doesn't necessarily matter. It just needs to be something that everyone can afford. And because it's not about the $7, it's the fact that they're paying something. It's that next small step. And so then after there's the interview, you ask them to go to the master class. So then at the master class, you let them know that you have an offer. Do you see how these are like small, little, manageable steps? This is just our example of what we do.
Yes, so true, Angie. And in this way, you're slowly warming up your audience, helping them take those tiny little steps, teaching them to spend money and time on your business, and helping you get a lot more yeses. Okay, so our first two psychological hacks for getting more yeses are number one, giving a reason using the word because. Number two, breaking your ask into small, manageable steps. And our last hack is to mirror your audience because mirroring creates a subconscious sense of connection. It could be mirroring something like their language, the words they use, or perhaps even their body language if it's in person. Mirroring someone makes people feel seen and understood, and this in turn makes them much more likely to trust you, so you'll end up getting a lot more yeses.
Exactly. Get a lot more yeses. So, what you want to do is just start listening very carefully to the words that your audience is using. They're already using these words. Then you adopt those words that they're already using and put those into your content. Like if, again, it's this mirroring thing. Like if they're saying that they're feeling stuck and they start talking about feeling stuck and, how to become unstuck. Um, for example, someone says, I'm struggling to find clients. You can respond with, oh, I totally get that. Many coaches feel the same way when they're struggling to find clients. Let me show you a way to fix that. Notice the mirroring there. Another great tip is to match the energy of the audience. So if they're excited, so are you. And if you're more reserved, or if they're more reserved, then you tone it down a bit and just take a calmer approach. The point is, you want your audience to feel seen, heard, and understood so that you'll get a lot more yeses.
So there you have it, our three best psychological tips for getting a lot more yeses. So let's just recap. Number one, giving a reason using that word because. Number two, breaking your ask into small, manageable steps. And our last tip is to mirror your audience. We recommend that you try using these three hacks because you would definitely be amazed at how much easier it becomes to get more yeses when you understand the psychology behind persuasion. And don't forget to share this episode with someone who could use a few more yeses in their life.
Yes. So if you notice the yes, if if you're a coach, a course creator, or an entrepreneur spending too much time selling one-on-one and you are ready to condense time and sell one to many, then open up a tab on your browser and go to elitevirtualstages.com/blueprint and learn how you can turn your expertise into 6 or even 7 figure days using live transformational virtual masterclasses.